I mean, we were watching the club team replay, and you were very loud, and because I mean it was funny, but also I'd been listening to really quiet stuff. I hadn't really been listening to anything, so my eardrums were like blowing out because everyone was so loud. So I turned everyone down.
I also got a new headset, and this headset's apparently like super loud compared to
Oh,
the
I
other
see.
one.
I see. Okay.
Could at least make changes.
Ah, it is this one. This game. I see.
I mean, I've also been like playing a little bit of like DPS for the Western team, so I
Yep.
think it's actually like good for me to learn.
They have a main tank?
Yeah.
I see.
They have a like the tank duo have been playing together for a while, so and they're missing a DPS. So sure, why not?
Yeah.
I just want to play games.
Yes, I will uh if I must, I will fill in this DPS role that this team needs. If you insist, I'll play DPS for you guys. Man, I always want to play DPS, but I'm so bad at it.
I'm pretty bad too,
Eh,
but it's fun. I don't
yeah.
know. I think just defense. Attack is just Symmetra stuff.
Ah, okay. Understandable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 420 time. Ooh, got all the memes.
I think this is the GDNA match.
Yeah, this is for sure.
Yeah.
I don't really like the fact that you dropped this early. There's just not a need for it, right? If you want to play the
Is
high
it
ground,
actually better for me to stay up there?
yeah. Just in case, right? Like imagine if they run in with May Reaper Rush and they bulldoze your front line, right? You don't want to be behind them, right? And if it turns into a slow fight, you can always rotate around, get a high ground that way, shots that way, or you can just kind of drop and flank through hotel, right?
Okay.
Right. So like if the fight staminates on point, you just drop flank through hotel and you get impact that way, right? Like I wouldn't recommend this. Where's the camera? Okay. I wouldn't recommend this as a starting position to begin with, but like you definitely don't want to be just like dropping super early, if you are gonna play here, right? If not, if you want to play high ground, like this is probably the spot, right? Just hang out over here. And if you want to play low ground, this is okay, but like you generally don't want to start low ground because there's no like you can just drop at any time, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay. I do some like risky plays.
Risky
This
place is
whole
mandatory
thing.
in McCree, so
Okay.
Right.
I don't
So
know. Like,
this is really good. Yeah, this is really good, right? You see the fight moving in this direction. You have the Sonic telling you what they're doing, right? And you just go for the back door. This is super good. This is what you need to do in McCree. All right. You maybe don't want to jump outside the hotel door for this, because you'll probably die,
Yeah.
right? But if you do that from here, then you can just like very easily just roll back over the mini and you're safe, right?
Yeah.
So this is really aggressive, but like the concept of the play is really good.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
die for it.
I
Yeah.
paid my life for it. Yeah.
So that's good though. That's still net positive, but like yeah. If you just look at the health bars, they're not going up. But you don't want to like die for that generally, because like your impact is so high just from living. And if you feel more confident in your aim, you don't even have to flashbang. You just shoot the BAP 3 times, right? Force the lamp and then you leave, right?
Okay.
So again, the most important thing is timing, right? So what is not going on if you walk to a hotel right now?
Their team is not fighting their team.
There's not a fight on point,
Like,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you got to chill here. That's not you. That's not you. There we go. All right, nice. Almost get punished, but again, don't forget about the angle. This doesn't matter. You don't care about this at all, actually. All you care about is this McCree doesn't kill you, right?
Yeah.
So don't even look at the wall, right? Make sure you don't die. Okay. All right, so you're 2 for 2 with the BAP and 0 for 2 on the McCree. Yeah, and the reason you got punished, right, is because you went a little, just slightly early, right? But yeah. Right, they're going hotel this time, right? And this is the problem, right? This is kind of why you don't want to be low ground in the first place, right? Is this happens and like you're like, where do I go, right? And the answer is like you keep going around.
Yeah.
But expect someone to be watching this. So like just because like you probably shouldn't like ram your face into the doorway, right?
Yeah, the McCree probably could have been watching that.
Yeah, like you don't even want to stand here because you're in LS the doorway. So if you're gonna stand here and shoot through the window, you want to back up to here, right? Grab the mini and just play cover, right? And that way,
Okay.
if the McCree comes through, you're in position to punish him, and you can also potentially like backdoor later on to the fight when you're sure that like there's no one watching it, right?
I see. Yeah.
Or just like super wide angle, right? Play out here and something, right? But there's a window, so you don't really want to do that. Yeah, so you're pretty confident they're not watching. This is fine, right? When the lamp is fine, but don't overstay your welcome, right? Expect a reaction. In this case, you're covered by the dragon, so you're a little okay, right? But this is super, super greedy.
Yeah.
Oh, your whole team's here. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so you're off-angling from your team. This is fine. If you want to be an animal, you
think
go
my
in
team
here.
would have been there. I mean, that's still like risky.
Yeah, yeah. If you think your team is like pushing, it's fine, right? If your Ryan gets to here, you suddenly don't care about being here, right?
Yeah.
But if your Ryan's not there, right? If your Ryan's backing up to here, then like that gets you killed. This happens to Trevor all the time, right? On 18, right? If you want to be an animal, you go here and start flanking and predicting that they're not going to walk this way, which is pretty reasonable. Yeah, just don't sack with your team, right? You don't want to be here. You want to be here, here, walking up to clock, right? Walking in, hiding in behind them, right? But you don't want to be like here on point, right? This is where you don't want to be.
Okay.
Make
Yeah.
sense? All right.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
even hiding here. If you want to be an absolute animal, you hide here, right?
We also don't have a Hanzo.
The only time you should be with your team is when you're going for an aggressive flash play, as in like a planned play for like a flash shatter, right? Or like a flash whatever, right? But like, don't just like fish for flash value because you happen to be frontline because you happen to be out of position, right? You feel?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Whatever you say, Ryan. Yep. Okay. Right, but you see how hard it is to do things, right? The entire fight, you shot a diva, you shot a Ryan, you shot a Ryan shield, and you shot a Maywell, right? And then you high noon and got shattered, right? And that's what happens when you play with your team, right? It doesn't matter how good you are. That's all you can shoot, right?
Yeah. I can see that.
Whereas if you were here, right, you're playing like a rat, right? You walk out, you get a free support kill, you leave, right? Pretty straightforward. It just becomes so easy. Like the fight just becomes a lot less messy when you're well positioned. Rat Dodo, yes. Is probably okay. Alright. Yeah, so instead of shooting this Ryan, what if you were right here waiting to meet them with a flashbang, right?
I could have. Yeah. I could have got both supports probably even.
Yeah. That's the power of off-angling and flanking, right? And this is why when you did that in a hotel, I was like, wow, I won't even have to talk about this. It's so good. And then and now you're just defaulting to like staying with your team. Alright. That's good. You go with your team though, overall time. Woo! We dodged a bullet there.
Dodge the bomb.
You're lagging or I'm lagging, I'm not really sure who.
Uh-oh. It's fine for me.
Oh, okay. And your audio is like super like grainy. Yeah, he dodged a bullet there.
You dodged a mech.
Yep. Also, by the way, if you have high noon and the enemy team isn't like aggressively clearing the angles, if you can sit here and just wait, like this is so strong, right? They push point, and you walk out with high noon, and you just win the fight.
Like on the stairs up there.
Yeah, just chill over here. Just hide somewhere in this general vicinity, right? And then come out with high noon
Okay.
later onto the fight, and they just have no idea what to do usually.
Okay. We've been running the BAP Ana on defense.
It's okay. It kind of struggles, right? Lucio's is really good, but you guys are playing a poke comp, so it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But at this point, like, if you're gonna really commit to this, you kind of almost don't even need to run Ryan. Zarya, right? You should be running like more poke-oriented heroes. If you're gonna run double poke Bapana,
Like Sig also.
yeah, like Sig. Yeah, but you see how like you got caught in the blizzard because you were trying to help your Ryan, right?
Yeah.
You help your Ryan
I
by
want to be in the blizzard.
yeah, you help your Ryan by shooting them from the side and making them look at you, right? That's what you do, right? You apply pressure, which takes pressure off your Ryan. You don't take pressure off your Ryan by standing there and like being a body with him, right? That's a really important distinction. Oh my, oh my.
It's hit.
Alright. Alright, so this doesn't matter. There's only one angle. So, yeah. But when you have high noon, by the way, like, if you can get to high ground, that's actually really strong. Woo! Nice. High noon, high noon. Aw. Just walk out here with a high noon, like, oh my god. With a shield? Easy club.
He doesn't get scared of walking past that arc.
I mean, it's scary, but if you go through as a team, it doesn't matter, right? The Ryan was dead, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the problem with high noon, like when you don't have an off angle, right? They do what they want to do, which is wall your Rhine, and they block your high noon, right?
Yeah.
Easy clap. That's when you type in chat diff. Yeah. So again, imagine if instead of being here, having to deal with a Maywall, you were here, waiting for this Hanzo. Just think about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You just walk out, you tap the Hanzo, you roll into flashbang, right? You just kill him, and now you have high ground control. You're shooting them in the back. You force the diva after you, and if you're Dak, you drop on this side and you run into their spawn, right? Like you can be an absolute animal, but you can't do that from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, and then in order to help your Rhine, you walked into a Rhine hammer, right? He forces your Rhine to make a really good block, or all of you die, right? Your Rhine diffs.
Yeah. All 6.
Yeah.
Actually not.
That should be a stagger probably, but I understand we're all scared now. It's a terror. I guess you also don't have a boop, so maybe not. Yeah. There's the Hanzo again, right? You don't have a diva to pressure, so that means you're the anti-pressure must be. Like, your Hanzo should also probably be on it, but like, if your Hanzo's not gonna do it, at least be the one. Like, don't be the one who's not doing it, right? Don't be the reason it like the angle doesn't get cleared, right?
Yeah.
We're committed. We're committed.
Rejoin last time. I don't think I got a single like damage there.
You hit like 3 shots, I think. I mean, there were shields, DM, all sorts of stuff in your way, so you got booped as well. Again, like when you're in the middle of things, it's so hard to play McCree. Okay, so this is where. Okay, so Jason's going right side, right? So he's going high ground. So where do you think you should off angle? What's the potential spot?
Like right now?
As the fight develops, right? Because you're walking with your Rhine, you don't really want to follow Jason, right? So as the fight develops, where should you go? Yeah, just go this way, right? Play the fight here. If it turns into if it draws out and turns into like a stalemate,
Yeah.
pretty easy flank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also this flank, right? And then you come out here, you can take high ground, right? Or you can high noon from here. This is also pretty strong. You come out here, get a free flashbang kill and run away, right? And you can run away this direction, grab a mega, right? You can potentially run away this way, get all the way behind them, right? Like, there's a bunch of stuff you can do. But the point is, like, you don't want to follow Jason,
It's gonna be a rat.
but you do want to spread out, right? And once you get here, if the fight's not settled, you can flank, right?
Okay.
Also, team is more poked than them, so you can just play it slow as well. But generally speaking, they have Mei, they're going to run to you, and you don't want to be lined up with your Rhine, right?
Yeah, then I'm just useless in that case.
You don't want to high noon this window most of the time. Can you tell me why?
I mean, they're behind cart. It's like, is it just like a waste?
Kind of, yeah. So like if they're in the open, the window will just kill them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you don't
true.
need the high noon.
You don't need me.
And
Yeah.
then what is the normal response to a window?
Another window.
Potentially,
Or
but like,
inward.
but what is this?
Oh, a wall.
Yeah. So if they wall the window, what does that also do to your high noon, right?
It's a wall.
Yeah. So if you want to high noon a window, right? So the way window kills people isn't usually just like killing them. It's usually by forcing them into spots where other people can shoot them, right? So if you were to high noon from like back here when a window's going on, suddenly this is really strong because this guy literally cannot hide from both at the same time, right?
Yeah.
You see how that works? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna high noon and window, it needs to be from separate angles. Same thing with like diva bomb engages, right? So if you're gonna bomb and window, right, you want to either do one and then the other later on, right? Or you do them from different angles. So the diva bomb should come from like over here, right, over this wall, and then the window should be over here, right? See how that works?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same idea as high noon, right? Because the response to both is the same. So if you do both at the same time, they just block both at the same time, right? This window sucks. This wall sucks actually. It should be in front, right? Actually this is not that bad, but like yeah, it's blocking 2 walls for 1, right? Which is some value you don't really want to give them. Okay, if you're gonna come this far, you better flashbang the Mei. You blocked all the way up here, then look the front, ice block the Mei, and you start shooting this way. Alright, one more fight.
Yep.
All right, so Jason's already up here, so I would really like to see you just like walk out over here. Just like get it over here, and then like when the support comes out, you get a free kill in the supports. Whoops.
Okay.
It's like again, you don't want to stack with Jason, right? Although Jason's leaving,
Yeah.
so maybe not. Is he? Is it? Yeah, I know he's still here, right?
Yeah, but he ends up staying here.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. So the reason this play works, as like we talked about, like, is this guy is a bot.
Yeah, that BAP is kind of
No, this guy right here.
not aware. Oh,
This
the
guy.
diva?
This guy's the problem, right? He gets sonicked. He knows there's 2 DPS up here, and he's like, "Gotta help my team." And then like you just like, do you see how bad this is, right? Like, but imagine
Yeah.
if she knew you were here and just flew into you, right? And suddenly
Yeah.
she's neutralized 3 players' attention at the same time, and now the Rhine is winning like a 5v3 like on choke because they have a man you don't, right? Do you see how this works? And this is why
Yeah,
it's
I
so
could-
important that you're here instead, right?
Yeah, I could have done the same thing from like the other high ground, like right there.
Yeah. Use Jason to
Yeah.
bait the diva, right? And then go for the BAP, right? And then run away. It's so free, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but if you stack in the same spot, you invite pressure, and when you invite pressure, it needs to be your team needs to be getting
Be
something
away from
else.
the team.
Yeah, your team needs to be getting something else on the map, right? But the problem is if you stack your DPS, there's physically no way for your other DPS to get value off of your pressure, right?
That's
Because
true,
you're being blocked at the same time with the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's really important that you stay split up, right? So this play works, but it's because the diva's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom, annihilated. This diva's so bad. All right, cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any
That's
questions?
helpful.
Yeah, the big thing is just offangling consistently, timing your flanks with what your team's doing, and then not stacking with the other DPS. That's really it. McCree's really straightforward. It's just a matter of like being consistent and hitting your shots.
Okay.
Yeah, you're already halfway there. Like you're
Bye-bye.
already thinking about the flanks.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I know what it's supposed to like look like, but it's just like hard actually like implementing it.
Yeah, you're already halfway there though. You're pretty close.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye bye.
See ya.